In the previous video we saw that few basic commands of Linux, of navigational commands like pwd, ls, cd and rm, mkdir and rmdir commands. So now we'll see few other commands, like we'll start with cp. But before that I want to tell you that where we were in the previous directory. So right now we are in this directory here, and these are the contents of this directory. So I want to copy some files to this test1 directory. So let me just if you want to copy it, you need to use cp command. So cp dcg, let's say I want to copy dcg2 file to this uh, test1 directory. So I just type dcg2 and test1, so it will just copy the file to the directory. So you can see dcg2 file is present here also, and dcg2 file is inside the test1 directory also. You can see dcg2. Okay, so you can simply copy anything to anywhere. Even if you want to make a new copy of this file, you can simply do this copy dcg2, and you can simply type. You can also do dcg test. Okay, so it will make a new file called dcg test inside the same directory. So we have a new file. If you want to change the name of this file, you need to use a new command called mv. So it will it's basically a move command. So it will move, it will change the name if you give the same path. So it move dcg test. So I want to change its name to dcg test 1. Okay, so now you can see that dcg test is gone, and we have a new file called dcg test 1. So you can simply change the name of the file. If you want to just move this file, you don't want it here, so you just do dcg test 1 and you want to move it to test 1. So simply give the path to the destination, so and enter. So now dcg test 1 is gone from here, and you can see that dcg test 1 is inside the test 1 directory. Great. So before going into before seeing some different commands in Linux, so we need to see the file structure of the Linux system. So what we do is we see how the file structure is made. If we type pwd, so you can see that it all starts with the root, and then there are several files to this directory, right? So let's go into the root directory. So for going into the root directory, you simply type cd and /, and then you are into the root directory. You can check the path to this directory by using the pwd command, and you can see it's just simply /. Okay, if you type ls, which is the list directory, so you can see the different contents of my root directory, which is a little different from the uh, Linux root folder, but some of the files are same, like the spin file and spin file, which contains the binaries of the system, and they are this bin will contain the binaries for the users which we use. You can simply say find what is inside this binary. So you type ls bin, and you can see the contents of this binary. We have seen this mkdir command and some other commands ls, so which are we have been using, right? So these commands are inside this binaries. Okay, so and in the s bin there are the system binaries. So we can see s bin, which are basically used to control the system. uh, there are other directories. These in the applications is basically for the Unix system, and we have seen that our working directory, which was Linux, it was inside this users directory, and there's a directory called etc, where mostly the configuration files are there, the password which you make for your system, such kind of files. There is a home directory, there is net, opt, private, and tmp directory, which is important sometimes because whatever inside this directory will be cleaned up or will be removed once the system gets rebooted. There are some other directories in the Linux system, like lib directory, which will contain the common libraries used by the system, the mnt directory, which will contain the external hard disk or cd-rom when you install into the system, or proc directories, which will store the kernel information, that etc. Okay, so right now, if you want to modify any files in this root directory, you don't have the permission to do that. Like let me make some directory in this file. So let me try making it. So let's do mkdir test and enter. So it gives the warning that I don't have the permission to make this directory. So if you do not if you are not this superior user, so you don't have the right to do any changes in the root directory. So for if you want to make changes, you need to do it through this by becoming a superior user. So uh, to system for the system to know that you are a superior user, you use the command called sudo, and then if I do mkdir and then test, then you will be able to make the directory, but it will ask you for the password, and if you give some password and then enter, then you will be done. But I don't want to make anything, so many changes, so it's done. So let's go back to the previous directory. If you just want to go back to the previous uh, directory where you came from, so you can simply type cd minus, so you will be back to the previous directory. You can see this is the directory where we were before. So it's simply the uh, uh, back click in Windows. So just like that. If you want to go to the home directory directly, you can simply type cd and tilde, so you will be in the home directory. And again, I want to be back, so cd minus, so I'm back to this directory. Okay, if I want to go to the previous directory, I will type cd dot dot, so I will be back to the previous directory. And if I want to go back, simply cd minus, I'm back. Okay, if you want to double dot means the previous directory, and single dot means the same directory. If cd dot, then you are in the same directory, nothing is changed. Okay, so that's all for this video. We'll see the other things in the next video. Thank you.